of the Protestant Shankill Defence Association, John McCaig.
The idea is here, take this barricade down now, and we'll conform with the government's plan that we give them time to get their plans implemented into the other side. Now, if they don't take action into the Bog side and into the Falls Road area of Belfast, this and the Short Strand, these barricades will go up higher on Monday morning.
Meanwhile, across the city, the army was having difficulty in Dover Street, one half of which was Catholic, the other Protestant.
We've had a hold-up for some reason, they're just saying about it now.
Hey, he wants you.
Yes. Who's saying who?
General Freeland saw for himself the subtleties of the sectarian geography of Belfast.
Was it materials or,
No, sir, we got
exactly where to put it?
exactly where to put it, I think, sir.
Yes.
Can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak?
Of course you can, everybody.
Well,
can.
we live in Beverly Street.
Oh, yeah.
This is Beverly Street down here. What's they putting a barrier here for?
And that street land either.
And us land, yes.
Yeah, should be down
I
the
think we
street.
better leave it to whoever's arranging it. Exactly.
Yeah, well, way to see about it.
There's a way to City Hall to see about it.
Oh, have they? They've gone now, have they? Oh, yeah. That's
Me,
good.
come.
We want to try and get everybody to agree where to put it.
Yes, but this was arranged in the City Hall, sir, where the barrier was going.
Oh, was it?
Between the councillors.
Well, they're the people who've got to say where to put it, because we don't know. you
Yes,
see that.
they have already said where to put it. And that is the wrong place.
I see.
And I have tried to tell them all
I see.
morning.
I see. Well, they probably don't quite know. We'll sort it out.
Main reason being for the barricades to be negotiated were that some of them were facing snipers' fire. And now the one down there, and this one at the very top are the ones that were facing the snipers' fire. And they would have been negotiated to be put, not necessarily to be taken down. Well, we didn't get that privilege of even speaking to you.
Somebody has decided they can come down. Not up to me. I'm here to see it goes down fairly and squarely, okay, without trouble.
Only if the army was seen to be fair in a climate of political progress would it continue to be regarded as impartial. However, no major political initiative was taken. The use of the B specials, the Protestant police reserve, had inflamed the rioting of the summer. Now they were obliged to surrender the arms they'd kept at home to a central armory. This worried Protestants, who regarded the B specials as their protectors against militant Republicans. Paisley voiced Protestant fears.
The government will find that they will not be able to jackboot the Protestants any longer into the ground. I'm warning them that if they continue this policy of selling out Protestants and of trampling on Protestants and denying Protestants their rights, there's going to be an affair in Ulster that all the restraining voice that I might raise will no longer be heeded to.
On the day after a government report had recommended the abolition of the B specials, Protestants rioted in the Shankill Road and confronted the army. That night, snipers opened fire, and the army returned it.
The rules are extremely clear, and every soldier knows this, too, that if a person is shooting at us and our lives are in danger, and we can identify the person who's actually shooting at us, then we may return that fire with one round, and we shoot to kill.
3 men, 2 civilians and a police constable, were shot dead. 66 people were injured. The following night, the army drove into the Shankill Road and searched the area for arms. Hostile Protestant crowds shouted, "Englishmen go home, we want the B specials." They felt betrayed by the Westminster government. The next few months were relatively quiet, but as the army patrolled the winter streets, resentment began to grow in the Catholic ghettos across the city. A series of arms searches began this process of disaffection with the army. The IRA, dormant since 1962, was reorganizing. A split in the movement led to the emergence of the Provisional IRA, committed to the use of force.
You will be obliged to use more gas.
A Protestant march had provoked a riot in the Catholic estate of Ballymurphy. This time it was the British Army who held the Catholics at bay. Catholics now began to see the army as shoring up the system that oppressed them. The Provisionals' bombs were directed at commercial targets in the centres of Belfast and Derry. By forcing the army to protect the city centres, they hoped to deflect them from the Catholic ghettos where the provisional organisation was developing. Protestants were incensed by the campaign, since their businesses were its main target. By the end of June, there had been 54 bomb explosions, not all of them the responsibility of the Provisionals. No one had been killed. June 1970. Despite army advice, Chichester Clerk again allowed the round of summer marches. This one, commemorating the Protestant sacrifice for Britain at the Battle of the Somme, passed by Catholic areas. Rioting was inevitable. Disorder spread across the city. After this film was taken, in the tiny Catholic enclave of Short Strand, surrounded by Protestant East Belfast, the Provisional IRA used guns for the first time to defend one of its districts. In the middle of these disturbances, the worst for a year, Reginald Maudling, Home Secretary, arrived in Belfast.
First of all, I think there is an impression in some quarters that the change of government in Westminster would mean a change of policy towards Northern Ireland. This, I may assure you, is not so. There is no change of policy towards Northern Ireland. It's our intention to support the Northern Ireland government in the programme which they have set in hand.
In fact, the Conservatives, who'd just been elected to office, embarked on a policy of coercion. Powers were taken that made a 6-month sentence mandatory for rioting, and the army was ordered to get tougher. Maudling clearly found the situation confusing and difficult. After all, as Home Secretary, he had other things on his mind.